Okay, I got Larry here from Beer Self Adventures, and I got Fernando
Fernando Ferrer, plant manager.
we are at.
We are at Bonita Bean, which are 15 miles from Willcox, right on the Kansas Settlement Road. And what we do here is we process Pinto beans,
A lot of
a
beans.
lot of beans.
Like, right here's an example, a little bit of just like a smidgen.
Yeah, we can show you.
See, there, that's a little small bag right there.
Yeah, we process 10 pounders, 20 pounders, 25 pounders, 50 pounders, and if the customer requires 100 pounders, we can do it. Two 2,000 pound totes also.
Really?
We send these beans to factories and refried companies.
Wow.
Refried bean companies, canners, grocery stores,
Really?
and
Just-
whoever. I mean, everybody's welcome to
You're kidding.
come here to the office and buy from the smaller bag to the
To a lifetime.
truck loads.
Right, a lifetime of beans, right? Wow.
So obviously, the smaller the size, the price will be higher.
Right.
But
I mean, 20 pounds right there is,
20 pounds is $20. 25s are 22.
okay.
50s are 40. 10 pounders, 12.
10 pounders.
So about 80 cents a pound, and you know, if you come here to the office, you're gonna get the best beans,
Right.
because I mean, we always try to segregate the best for the office
Gotcha.
so that people is happy when they leave.
Right. And people can take the little small bags and, like you said, for maybe decorations.
Yeah, for
or-
decoration, we got these little 3 pounders. Everybody say they're cute, and
Well, it is. I mean, it's kind of a neat little.
yeah.
Keepsake.
So most of these bags, they use them as a gift,
Do they?
and they send them all over the country.
Oh, I can see why. I like the little wagon
Yes.
on there. Little covered wagon. That's really neat.
So people call from Chicago or New York, and we send these beans all the way. Believe it or not.
All over the world, or basically?
Well,
just-
basically, the United States. It gets pricey when you send beans through the mail,
Right, true,
or FedEx, and we're limited. We can only send 10 pounders and 20 pounders.
Right.
If you want a 50 pounder, it gets crazy. Like $150 just to send.
Just to send.
150.
Right.
I mean, so
Wow.
20 pounders we can send them as for, I believe it's $25.
Okay.
So
That's not
people
bad.
pays the price
Right.
to get these beans.
Well, it's worth it. I mean, you don't have to wash the. I mean.
You do. You
You
gotta
have
sort
to-
them out
Okay.
and clean them.
Okay.
These ones, the secretary, she does by hand.
Okay.
So there's nothing here besides pure, good-looking beans.
No little rocks.
No rocks, no
right?
damage, no splits. But if you read on the back, dry beans are raw agricultural product
Oh, that's
and may
incredible.
contain
Okay,
foreign material, certain rains, all product prior to cook.
Wow.
Because
I mean, you just have to throw it in a pot, and I mean, just
yeah, and if you read this, cooking suggestions.
so basically, bring to the boil 3 cups of water and 2 cups of cleaned and rinsed beans to boiling water. Pretty simple enough.
Yep.
Don't need
You
much
can,
ingredients.
add onions or garlic and some green chili, pork.
Ooh, that
Then
sounds
you
good.
got your cowboy beans.
Right. That's no wonder that cowboys lived on beans and coffee alone.
Oh yes.
So we got.
So beginning of the process, we don't have nothing to do with the farm site.
Okay.
So we receive the beans from the farmers in semi trucks, 60,000 pounds each truck.
Right.
We grab samples and we use we grade them. So our grades are US standards,
Okay.
and we are allowed to have 3% defects.
Gotcha.
And so we separate the splits, the damage, and the foreign material, which is the dirt and rocks.
Right. Okay.
So we separate all that and we go by percent. We don't pay the farmer for any of that.
Gotcha.
So we only pay for the good beans.
Okay.
We also test it for moisture. So we cannot accept anything that is above 14% moisture.
Right.
Otherwise, we create fungus.
Okay.
You know,
On the beans.
on the beans, when we start storage them,
Right.
we want to keep that moisture low so we don't create either bugs or fungus, mold,
Okay.
or bean burn.
So basically, you keep them in a real dry area.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the key. No matter what, whether you take them home, you're always gonna keep them dry,
Right.
dry
Okay.
and out of the heat.
Gotcha.
So once we got that process done, we got several bins, tanks, storage, and we separate by quality.
Okay.
So we don't call them 1, 2, 3. You know, it's simple: good, so, or bad.
Okay.
That's the way I see them. You know, and the way I separate everything. A good quality means white, bright, not enough dirt or foreign material to matter. And I can say by percent, you know, if we got 1 to 2% total defects, that's a good quality,
Oh yeah.
and then goes up.
Okay.
5 to 8%, that's another quality, and then you got your bad quality, which is about 10%.
Okay.
All this goes by color.
Got
You know,
really by color.
When you go on the store, people likes to see that white, big, bright Pinto bean.
Right.
And if they see these dark ones,
Yeah.
well, they kind of
Brush
they don't,
those
they,
to the
don't, they don't
side?
want them.
Really?
And I'll show you here because I think I have good sense. And that's why we got all these little bags. Every load, we take samples and we grade them. And I don't know if you can see the difference here.
Actually, I can. These are a lot brighter.
Wider, brighter.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's not such a big difference, but for some people, if they see these
Right.
and they see this, well, they're gonna pick up this.
Wow.
And you know, we also send these samples to the customer. Let's say, which stores you know, like Bachas,
Batches, right.
Bachas Food Cities, El Super. So we send these samples, and well, obviously they're gonna pick up the best
Right.
because this is what people buys the most.
Right. That's what they'll
And
see.
if they got this side by side, well, you're gonna know.
Right.
You're gonna
I mean,
know
are you
people
gonna
will buy this no matter what.
are you gonna have a taster? I mean, you shouldn't have a really.
No,
big
it's not.
difference.
It's not the taste, but everything is by appearance.
Right. Wow.
I mean, if you go in the store and you see two pairs, one is big, tasty looking,
Right.
but if you see this one is a little darker and kind of like getting old.
Right.
well,
Right. Yeah. Well, it's like an avocado. Avocado, you know, they're ripe, they're hard, and everything. It's like, yeah. Sometimes, do you want to go for the ones that are more ripe, more squishy?
Yep.
You know.
You don't want it too hard
Right.
or too soft.
Right.
If they're too soft, I mean, it's
They're
kinda-
already. Yeah.
they're done.
Yeah.
So you want to go in between. So same beans, same with the beans. I mean, appearance.
Right.
You don't see. I mean, the consistency is gonna be the same, you know, but the color for some people matters. Not for me. If I go and cook them,
Right.
it's gonna be the same.
Right.
They're gonna turn brown, and they're gonna taste
The same.
exactly the same. Nothing,
Right.
no difference.
Okay. A big question, what's the shelf life of beans typically?
I'm gonna say this, but if I remember right, we did a test. We kept some beans for so many years, 5 years,
Right.
and the only difference, okay, they turn brown, so they lose the color, they lose the moisture. But if you cook them, it's gonna take longer, but
Still tastes.
you can eat them.
Still
And
tastes.
it's nothing different.
Incredible.
No difference at all for tasting. It's just the timing for cooking will be longer,
Right.
and that's pretty much it.
Really?
Keep them in a dry place, not overheat them, and they'll last at least 5 years.
Wow.
But I can say maybe 10 years.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
there's no. I mean, they won't rot or.
It's kind of like honey. Honey doesn't spoil, it just lasts for years and years and years and years.
Yep.
Becomes crystallized. All you do is set it out in the sun, and basically the crystallization goes away. And there you
And
go.
then you can eat them.
Yeah.
Well, same thing. There's
Wow.
no due time on this.
You want to look around? Should we?
Yeah. So that's the first process. So
Okay.
we got. I don't have my map here. But we got about 8 bins, and every bin is, I try to separate every truckload we got here. I try to separate it by quality. And
Okay.
so every bin is a different quality.
And you have a weight thing here?
We gotta wait. This is our old one. For 20 years, we use this one.
Okay.
Mechanical, I never use it. Well, I did use it once or twice when the light went off,
Right.
but it's digital.
Oh,
So,
wow. Makes a lot simplified.
yeah, it's easier and very accurate. But it was right next to this window, and we were running out of space because we start building towards the office. So now we got that new one back there.
Oh, wow.
That one is about 3 years old, and everything is computerized. It's on the system, so we got our track back there, and we can get the weight
Right.
on the computer, and once you get
So you
the weight
inventory it.
and all the information, it'll go into the system.
Wow.
So it's very efficient
Right. Well,
and
that's
easy.
good.
It's easy. It takes
It's a lot better
few
than writing
minutes.
down paper and everything else.
well, it takes time.
Right.
We used to do it manually, and I had several tracks back there, and everybody's waiting, and I mean, you still gotta pay attention, but this simplified the job.
Gotcha. Now
Makes
you
it
say
easier
you
and faster.
You have big cylinder or cylindrical things that keep the beans, or those outside, those big.
Those outside,
Yeah.
they got everything moves by gravity. So we got elevators, and we got a big pit.
Really.
Almost 20,000 pounds will fit on this pit. So you drop the beans on these pits, and then we got elevators to fill up the bins.
Oh my God.
Inside the bin, we got bean ladders, which, once you start filling the bin, they'll move slowly all the way to the floor, and then it'll start filling gradually.
Right.
Each bin holds about 2 million pounds.
Really.
So I got capacity to 25 million pounds.
25 million pounds. Seriously.
Yes. Wow. And we are trying to grow and
Well, I mean,
expand.
Right.
But the one thing I gotta say, it's Bonita Bean. It's owned by Bonanza Bean out of Minnesota.
Okay. Okay.
So for 20 years used to be a local owner, and in the last 4 years, Bonanza Bean took over,
Gotcha.
and
So, is the beans grown locally?
yes,
Okay, so they are
100%.
100%.
But we also take beans from New Mexico. If there's some farmers there, if they are interested in growing beans, we can take. We're open to whoever wants to bring their beans.
I gotcha.
But most of the years, 100% of the beans is being growing by local farmers.
You said you don't have the machines running today, right?
I do.
Oh, you do?
So we can go outside and
Fantastic.
take a look.
Okay.
So I just want to explain this side of the office, how that process starts.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
On the back side, back there, on the south side, we got belt conveyors.
Oh, do you?
So elevator fits the conveyor and then goes into the bin, and then the bean ladders.
Oh my gosh.
So it's way better. I mean, you don't damage the bean
Right.
as much.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
All this building, and it's pretty much new. In
Yes.
2018, when Bonanza started
Over here.
the new ownership,
Right?
they wanna do this plant better.
Gotcha.
So they expand the building, and we set up new equipment.
Right.
80% of the equipment right now is new. Since 2018, we start switching and adding more equipment.
Really?
The first thing we did before the buildings, before everything, it was a Quonset. You know a Quonset?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Inside that Quonset, we have all the equipment, and we set up this palletizer robot.
Okay.
And we are getting older.
Well, of course.
20 years stacking by hand.
Right.
They
That
asked,
could be a little rough.
what was the thing what was the first thing we want to add or switch to make this better? And I say, before you do anything,
Right.
we need that robot
Yeah.
to do the work for us. Otherwise, we're gonna be gone.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine how hard it is on your back?
Well,
Your arms.
your elbows,
Right.
every joint will take that damage.
Right.
You're lifting with you try to do it properly, but no matter what, whether you do it the right way, you're doing this all day long,
Right.
and this.
Interesting. It's like a workout, but it's over workout.
Well, yeah, it's a workout, but
The joints. The joints.
yeah, the joints will take you so much
Oh, yeah.
of your, of the
That's
work.
what happens to a lot of sports players.
Exactly. It's the
Same thing.
My previous manager, he was a football player
Right.
in college, and well, I don't know if you wanna, but he ended up doing hip replacements,
Oh,
and
jeez.
that's something I don't wanna do.
Oh,
I
good
think
grief,
I see it on him. So,
Right.
and he told me, hey Fernando, I've been doing this besides my college football. I got damage. I've been doing this for 20 years. Look at me.
Look at it, yeah.
So that was always on my mind.
Well, you think about it. I used to play ice hockey for a long time, and that was a lot of wear and tear.
Yeah.
Because even though you're skating, this and that, a lot of the legs and everything else.
Yeah, we
it's
fall.
hard. Oh, yeah.
You don't think about it, but whether you got all this protection, your body will absorb, that
Right.
fall.
May it get a little loud in here?
Oh yeah. So, just give you a little explanation. We got a pit inside the barn, and an elevator will fit the first step, which is the cleaner. The cleaner will take all the big material, big rocks, big sticks, pots from the plant. Then you got your second step, which is the destoner.
Right.
That will take 95% of any dirt ball or rock. Then you got your polisher, which is gonna shiny or clean your bean. So if it's dusty
right? It shines them up.
Yep,
Really?
it's gonna polish it.
Wow.
Then you got your gravity table. The gravity table will shake up and down and will throw air, and it's gonna separate all the light. Also, if you got any splits remaining or any damaged beam, which a little hole or something, broke beam, it's gonna separate it, and it's gonna put the light stuff into the trash.
Interesting.
From that step, we got an electric guy, which is an addition we did about 2 years ago.
Right?
It's a color solder, and that will make your pin almost perfect. Almost.
Really?
Not quite perfect because nothing is perfect, but if there is any dirt remaining, any splits remaining, or any discoloration on the pins, that machine will kick it out.
You know what it reminds me of? Is when you polish a rock,
Yeah?
you know how you make the rocks are real rough and
Yeah.
you gotta shine them and everything else?
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of
Well,
that.
that's pretty much the same process, maybe with a different machine or material.
Right.
This material is corn cob. It's grinded corn cob in food grade oil.
Okay.
So it's circulating all day long, and the beans goes through the machine, and that's how we take care of the dust.
Wow.
Um,
I mean,
So-
that's what's doing right now. It's shaking. It's
Yep. So once you got your color sorter and then you got your final material, then you got your
oh wow. Look,
palletizer robot, which is gonna do the finish step,
well, how cool.
final step. Then maybe you can take pictures or videos.
Oh, this is incredible.
So we got a scale,
Okay.
a bagger, a sewing machine, and then your
So
palletizer
that's-
robot.
So they're putting it, and it puts the beans in there, right?
Yep.
And then that kind of seals it up, and then the robot grabs it, places on the pallet, and that's it.
Yep.
Wow. This seems so much easier than it did a long time ago.
Oh, it's a lot easier. I mean, it's a lot easier. Right now, I say it's easier than 4 years ago. And 4 years ago, it was easier than 20 years ago.
Right, of course.
But today, I think so far we got the latest technology. 90% of our equipment is the latest technology. We still got some old equipment that we need to replace, but
I can't get over watching the robot do its work.
that machine has been here for 4 years, and every time I'm here, I mean, I'm standing and just watching him.
Well, yeah, it's kind of hypnotized.
I don't get tired of it. I
No,
don't get tired of just watching.
I wouldn't either. That's kind of fun. I mean, it's doing all the work.
Yes.
Definitely.
So the guys are happy, and
Wow.
I can get 65 years old people working in here, and they can handle it.
Oh, yeah. Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got one more guy here. I think he'll be back, but he's about 60 years old, and he does what these guys do. What they do. He's 29. The other guy is about 34 years. I'm 47. The other guy is 60. I mean,
Well, I'm not a young pup either.
well, how old are you?
58.
Oh, 58. So you can do it.
Right,
It takes practice.
right.
This is the hard part. Right now, the hardest part is standing in there, putting the bag.
Okay.
You know, that's
Those are all the bags right here.
yes. All these are
Look right here. Those are all the bags. I mean, endless amount of bags. Wow.
I'll tell you what. Since COVID hit us,
Right.
I have to order bags for the next 2 years. So that means my order every time I order something, I gotta wait 6 months.
Really?
Before COVID, it was 3 months. So now I need to be, I think I got a storage, back storage for the next 2 years.
Okay.
Because,
Well, that's good. It's good to have
yeah.
backup. I mean, how long before this has to be taken out? How high?
How high? 12 rows, 120 bags. It's 20 pounders. And it takes, with no mistakes, about 20 minutes for pallet.
Okay.
The 50s are the most common bag we do. It takes about 5 minutes for every pallet. 2,500 pounds, 50 bags, 10 layers.
Really? Wow.
So 5 minutes. We can do about 3 loads a day in 12 hours shift.
That's incredible.
So he's about 60 years old.
How old?
60 years old.
60 years old.
And I got a guy that helped us here, and he's 63 years old.
Wow.
And when we need him, he does everything. He bags, he drives a forklift, he watches the equipment, he fuel up trucks.
Right? Really?
63.
Incredible. You're never too old to do something, right?
Never too old. If you want to work, we'll put you to work.
Wow.
And you can handle it, I'm always very cautious about safety, and we don't want nobody to get hurt.
Oh, no.
So for sure we don't, if I don't think you can do it, I will tell you.
Oh, exactly. I can't go through that process at all. That's just incredible. So you guys, when it's cold, then you take the forklift and
Yeah, you'll see him.
you'll do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now I got 2 setups. I can bag on both sides. I got another bagging line on that other side, and this one is kind of like our secondary
Right.
line. And we can also do big totes like he's doing.
Okay.
2,200 pounds totes on either side.
How late do you guys work until the day? I mean, how late do they keep doing this?
All depends on the orders. Our normal hours are 7 to 4:30, 9
Okay.
hours a day. But we can put up to 14 hours,
14 hours.
16 hours, and then what I do, if I got enough help, I split the shift.
Really?
So we start early in the morning, 5 in the morning, and some people will leave at 4:30, and then the other crew will start around 8 or 9, and we'll leave at 7:30 or 8:30. That
Right.
way we extend the day.
That's incredible. My son's videotaping, and he's just like at awe watching that. Almost time to move, huh?
Oh yeah. It is. So see that green light and the red light?
Right.
Green light will tell you it's ready to go. Take it out. The red light will say that it's running.
Oh, I see, right there, yeah.
So pretty much you never stop.
We got back up, or we are?
Yeah, you fine. So these black beans, they come all the way from Minnesota.
Really?
We use a railroad to bring them in.
Okay. What railroad do you guys?
Pacific.
Pacific Railroad?
Yep.
Gotcha. Wow. Well, this is great watching this whole process.
What's up?
He doesn't look 60. He looks younger than 60.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
He's in good shape.
Yeah, I bet.
So we got a wrapper. So we used to do this by hand also.
Right.
Wrapping the pallet.
Okay.
Now we got 2 different ones, 2 wrappers. Make your life easier.
I got
That's
you.
finished product right there.
Okay. So he's going to take this one and move it right over here?
Yes.
I gotcha.
Just making a space or a room.
Wow. Now, that's incredible.
I think he'll be back.
Wow. Okay, so
What do you, let's go around. Maybe you want to take a picture of the equipment?
yeah, let's go look. Let's go look this way, Tyler.
And then when you come back, we can...
That is so neat.
So depending on the quality we are running, we're gonna get pins into the tracks.
Okay.
We're gonna bring them in. We got the gravity pit, and then you got your elevator. Then goes into the cleaner, the clipper.
Okay.
That's our first step, and then goes into the destoner.
Okay.
So your destoner will get rid of all the rocks.
Right.
So I always like to see some beans here. That means you are doing, the machine is doing 100% the job.
Okay.
Not perfect, but it's doing the best she can,
Right.
you know. So you see some Pinto beans here.
Right.
That's how I like to see it.
Yeah, there's some good ones in there.
What's that?
There's some real good ones in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what you want to see. You want to see some good beans here to make sure the machine is doing the job. Then from the destoner, we'll go into the polisher, which is the blue machine back there.
Okay.
So after the destoner, beans will go into these two boxes, which have that corn cap and food grade oil, and it's gonna make the beans shiny. We also take some splits on this machine.
Okay.
Take splits out.
Oh, wow.
So everything is smaller, or the size of the split will come out.
Right, okay.
So there's your portrait.
Now when you put it over here, it weighs
Yeah,
it?
you put it on that machine and it'll start wrapping.
Okay, I got you. That's good to know. Okay. That's incredible. That's a lot of beans.
Hey, these machines, I mean, besides makes our life easy, we can have the capacity we need to send beans out of here.
Right.
To supply our customers and to supply the stores.
Wow. Does he do the wrapping?
Yeah, he's gonna do the wrapping right now.
Wow. So all this doesn't bother your ears?
Yeah, we gotta have earplugs.
Yeah, okay.
We have, it's clean, but you still, it's dust around. So I always promote my guys to wear your mask, dust mask,
Right.
earplugs, and your glasses.
Gotcha. That's pretty much it right there.
Yep, that's the final step.
Wow. And then all the other beans are in the silos. Pretty much.
Well, once you get the final product, we got a warehouse,
right?
and then we ship them in semi-truck.
Okay.
I'll show you a little bit. So,
oh, look at that. That's pretty cool.
Easy.
We need that for Christmas time. Making Christmas gifts, package your Christmas gift really quick with these.
Yep.
Put your present there, wrap it up real quick. There you go.
Yeah, you can do that.
Right, wow.
So gravity table, and then polisher. Polisher, then gravity table.
Okay. Whoa.
Everything by shaking and air. You can feel the air here.
Yeah, you can.
So it's pushing the light stuff this way.
Okay.
And then whatever is on the bottom of this table will go into the split room, which is not trash, but
okay. Wow.
That's a split. So we're gonna rerun that.
Okay.
Okay, gravity table. Last step of the equipment, which is a color sorter. This machine, you can adjust what you want to do. You want to take dark defect or split or dirt. You can do water damage. So right now the pins are going through the machine. There's cameras. And the cameras are detecting any defect you want to take out.
Really?
It'll kick it out.
The camera.
So good thing will fall, go into the sucking bin, and all the defects will storage them on a cover.
Okay.
So this is the last step. So it'll be 95% pure. You see some splits and some damage or discoloration, but in very minimum.
Gotcha.
Okay. So from here we'll go.
That's kind of wow.
That's what we're accumulating.
Okay.
At one point I'm gonna rerun them and I'm gonna sell them as number 2.
Are you?
Yeah. So right now we are selling number 1 beans. Number 2 is a lower quality.
Okay.
The last step, we put the bag on the scale, fill it up, drop it. Then we'll go into the rubber.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow.
This is our primary logo.
That's your logo? Arizona Pride. That's perfect. I like that. I mean, it shows the Old West.
Yep.
I mean, that's the 1800s. A lot of cowboys depend on beans.
Yeah. So best in the West. Best in the West.
They're in Willcox, Arizona.
Willcox, Arizona. Bonita Bean Company.
Wow. All right, now we're going to go outside with Fernando. And these are basically the warehouse of pinto beans here?
Yeah, that's our storage.
Okay.
And every bin will hold about, the bigger bins will hold about 4 million pounds each. And the smaller bins, and you'll notice it, it'll hold about 2 million pounds.
2 million?
2 million.
This is part of the Bonita Bean right
Yeah,
here?
yeah. This is all this area is our company. Well, you can notice back there we got 2 big bins on the um, east side and 1 big bin on the west side.
Okay.
4 in the middle. The 4 in the middle are small ones, and they hold 2 million pounds. The ones on the sides are 4 million each.
You're kidding.
So what do we got there? So 4, 8, 12, and then the 4.
You got
So 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we got on this side, these small ones.
Right.
They hold. The big one on the back
Right.
will hold about 1.5 million
Okay.
pounds, and these little ones about 750,000 pounds.
Wow.
So
You got almost-
that's just to give you an idea. Our capacity can be from 20 to 25. That means the storage will be a little over 20,000 or 20 million pounds.
Right.
And when we start receiving the beans from the fields or from the farms, we can start the process, the cleaning process and bagging, and on our warehouse we can storage another 2 to 3 million pounds.
Wow. Now my question is, it's a very important question. Do you eat a lot of beans?
Every day.
Every day, dude.
Every day. 47 years old. I'm not 100% healthy. I wear out myself, but I feel good.
Well, yeah. I mean, beans have a lot of fiber, don't they?
Yes. A
So
lot
there you
of
go.
iron, and I can say my blood pressure is good.
Right.
And I'm not a doctor, but I can say eating a lot of beans is healthy. It's
Yeah.
healthy for you.
Yeah.
It gives you the energy,
Right.
and the everyday energy you need.
Well, they
you can
said,
take it from
doctors
beans.
say, get plenty of fiber. And that's probably a good way to do it.
Yep.
So getting a bowl of cereal in the morning, just have a bowl of beans.
You can do that.
Right.
Every day I do eat beans. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but it's not something. It's on my meal.
Right. Well, that's incredible. Fernando, thank you from Be Yourself Adventures. And
Thank
of course,
you.
I'm Larry.
Thank you, and for, how can I say this, thinking of us.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, especially on, this is April 15th, tax day. Thank you for thinking about me as well, to come out and show me everything.
Yeah, no, anytime. And like I said, we are open to the public, and everybody's welcome to come and visit us and buy our beans.
Oh, most definitely. Now, you have, besides pinto beans, you have black beans?
We do got black beans. We are in the process to grow them locally,
Okay.
but right now they are coming from Minnesota.
Minnesota,
Morris,
okay.
Minnesota, which is our main office.
Okay.
So
mainly,
bean,
so mainly just pinto beans.
mainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not like kidney beans or anything else like that.
They do at Bonanza up in Minnesota, but
Okay,
they
but not
do
here.
several type of beans, but not here.
Right.
Right now we only got blacks and pintos.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe in the future we'll have all these
You never know.
kidney beans or white, or there's so many
Right.
different types. I don't know them all.
Maybe you can start your own,
Eventually.
beans. Yeah. And you
Eventually.
got hats.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah. There you go. If you guys want to come down to the Bonita Bean factory, they have a little store here. You can buy beans. You can buy a hat.
Hats.
And you can buy a little gift thing of beans, give it to somebody. So come on down and talk to Fernando.
You got it.
All right, be yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend.